Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for July the 14th. I am going to be pulling one card for overall energy, and then I'll pull another card for each sign, and we'll see how the overall is interacting with the energy of each individual sign. So I think there's a lot of different types of energy floating around today. Still doing some shuffling. Usually if I shuffle for a while, that's kind of what that means. There's a lot of different things to talk about. We've been doing a lot of that lately, a lot of what I consider to be extra shuffling. Usually if I'm not done shuffling by the time I'm done talking, I consider that extra. That means there's more going on in the world than just a little bit. Okay, so overall energy is La Force. Interesting. La Force is what I would consider to be strength card, self-confidence card. This can be as simple as skipping a day, going to the gym. Can be as simple a day as not feeling good. Can be somebody pointing out your weaknesses or making them apparent in some way. Self-confidence just being super low, if I didn't already say that. Usually because somebody else is trying to tell us what to think of ourselves, and we're listening to their story, is usually how that self-confidence thing happens. Let's see what else we have. Aries. The Fool, the beginning of the journey. What's going on here? Okay, so Aries, I think that you are ready to start something new. Something that really is a leap of faith that may not be 100% logical, but you know that you know that you know that it is exactly the right thing for you to do right now. I think with La Force showing up here in the overall energy, and I'm really being drawn to this whole idea of this dog tearing away at the Fool's pants here, that somebody is trying to chew away at your self-esteem as you're beginning this new thing. They may be trying to tell you, well, that's not going to work. How do you think you're going to pull that off? That is the type of energy that I'm picking from these two cards, or that I'm receiving from these two cards, I should say. Picking up on, receiving, however you want to word that. Taurus. La Hermite. La Hermite. Okay. Boo-ba-doo-doo. I think that somebody, the word Spirit gave me, somebody's been picking on you. Okay, picking on is what Spirit gave me. I think somebody's been picking on you. Picking on you, picking at you. They've been making you feel like you're not good enough or as good as. And I think today, Taurus, you're taking some time really to spend by yourself, really thinking things over and sorting through what this other person's been telling you, and what rational logic tells you is the real reality of this situation. And I think you're getting yourself back on track. I think once you're done with this, you're not going to be paying so much attention to somebody else being a blowhard with, let's just stop right there. I don't need to insult anybody. You're going to be setting yourself right. Okay, Gemini, 8 of batons. We had this in our overall yesterday. I don't know why this does not look straight to me. I hate it when that happens. So anyway, 8 of batons, and the overall energy just means there's a lot of communication today, and that communication has to do with the idea that your self-esteem is not where it normally is, or it could be that you're not feeling as healthy as you normally do. So you could be having family members saying, you know, Mom, whoever, you need to go to the doctor. And you could be saying, no, I don't. So there could be something like that happening. There could be some communication with a doctor about why you're not feeling so good. Or for some of you, this just could be a lot of communication going on about your own self-esteem and possibly how to improve that. I don't see this as somebody picking at you about your self-esteem as much as I see this as somebody saying, hey, look where your self-esteem is. Is this where you want it to be? Type of interaction. Okay, so I don't see somebody trying to make it worse. I do see somebody trying to help you move forward in one way or the other, okay, whether it's health-wise or self-esteem-wise. That's Gemini. Next up, let's look at Cancers. Cancers, you guys have the Three of Swords in reverse. This is one of those cards we like much better in reverse than we do right side up. This just means that you're healing up. And one of the things that you're healing up is your self-esteem. So you've gone through some type of experience that not only broke your heart, but it also impacted your self-confidence or your own perspective about yourself. And today you're spending some time healing up, not only healing up a heartache, but also healing up that self-perception. Woo, woo, we like it. Next up, let's look at Leo. Leo, La Luna showing up in reverse. Okay, so Leos, there's some kind of secret that's coming out today with the moon in reverse. This is some kind of information. You're not having to dig for it. It's just coming up. Could be your secret. Might be for maybe 15-20% of you. But for most of you, this is somebody else's secret that's coming up. And I think that the secret, if you're not careful about how you view it and how you let it impact you, this secret has the potential to impact your self-esteem. So just, you've got the heads up now, because you've seen it before the day started, hopefully. So if you've got the heads up, then you know, don't let somebody else's secret, or even your secrets, don't let them impact how you view yourself, okay? All right, so that was Leo. Next up, let's look at Virgo. Virgos, Ten of Coins showing up in reverse. What's going on here? Okay, Virgos, you've got something that makes you feel secure, that you would like to actually upgrade or take to the next level. So this comes up like if we want to get a promotion, if we're working on upgrading our house or our phone or our car or whatever. Upgrading our stock portfolio, upgrading our real estate portfolio, whatever this is, we're looking to upgrade something that makes us feel secure. Sometimes we're looking to upgrade a relationship if a relationship makes us feel secure, but looking to upgrade something today. And I feel like you've kind of got the key to the upgrade right here in our overall energy with La Force. Self-confidence is what's going to make or break this. With the La Force showing up in reverse, this basically says that the idea that you want to be at the next level with whatever this is that brings you security, you've been kind of using that as leverage against your own self-confidence or your own self-esteem. You've been kind of telling yourself, well, you're not at this level, so you're not good enough, blah, blah, blah. Well, the problem is if we're trying to upgrade something and we feel like we're not good enough, then it's going to really be a dickens of a time trying to upgrade it. Probably not even going to happen. But if you can switch that self-confidence around and quit looking at what you don't have, start looking at what you do have and what you have accomplished in the past so that you can see the positive about your own self-confidence and get your self-esteem up, then that is the key that unlocks this stepping up to the next level, okay? So you've got some advice out of that. You know, work on your self-esteem so that you can get to the next level. Okay, so who was that? That was Virgos. Next up, let's look at Libra. Okay, so Libras, you got one of your own court cards. Knight of Swords here. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, so Libras, I think you want to be really careful what you say today. The Knight of Swords is our fastest acting knight out of the tarot deck. And swords represent thoughts, words, so communication, offers, promotions, you know, it's communication and just getting things out there, verbally and written-wise. Okay, so the reason I say I think you want to be really careful with your words today is because your words are going to be impacting somebody's self-confidence or self-esteem, especially for those Libras around you, or for those Libras who have around you either children or people who look up to you. You want to be really careful in what you say and how you say it, because you don't want to do a number on somebody else's self-esteem. And I know you guys, You guys try to be fair and you try to be right at every turn, so I can't see where you'd want to tear down somebody's self-esteem at all. I can't imagine that that would even be your intention. At the same time, though, Libras, you guys can sometimes be the type of people that just say things very matter-of-factly because in your mind they're very matter-of-fact, but that could be very emotional or impact somebody's emotions. So just be careful about how you use your words today and try to be, you don't have to candy coat things, but try to be empathic as you're conveying ideas and try to think about how these things might make other people feel around you. Just so that you don't, unintentionally decrease somebody's self-esteem or self-worth. All right? So I'm not saying you have to candy coat. I still want you to be truthful. I just want you to be tactful and truthful, not necessarily just matter of fact and truthful. All right? Fine line there. Next up, we're looking at Scorpios. Scorpios. Okay, 7 of coins showing up in reverse. 7 of coins showing up in reverse. This just means that we were expecting to be paid today, and now we're not. It's going to be a little longer. Doesn't mean that we won't get paid, but it does mean that it's not going to come in at the time that we thought that it would. All right, and with La Force showing up in reverse, I think this is making an impact on any kind of plans that we might have had for whatever paycheck it is that we thought we were getting today. So we're not going to be in the position to do everything that we were hoping to do when that paycheck gets delayed. Okay? Paycheck or payback, however that plays out in your life. Now, let's look at Sagittarius. Okay, 7 of Swords showing up here, Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, I feel like you are working on some type of strategy. The problem is, with La Force in reverse, I feel like there's just, this kind of seems like an unworkable puzzle to you. It feels to me like with whatever strategy you're putting together, Sagittarius, there's something here about the strength of this strategy that doesn't work. Maybe it's that you don't have enough strength to actually accomplish this strategy in whatever way. Maybe you don't have enough people in your company to be able to accomplish this. Maybe you don't have enough physical strength to be able to accomplish whatever your goal is that you're trying to figure out. There's something going on having to do with the idea of that there's not enough strength to be able to accomplish whatever you're trying to strategize about. Or at least so far, every strategy you're coming up with, there's not enough strength. At least not yet, but you are still trying to put together some kind of strategy. I do feel like so far it's still kind of at the drawing board because there's not the brute force or the manpower or the strength to be able to pull off any of the strategies that you're considering just yet. Okay? It's not the end of the story. It's just a frustration point for right now. Next up, let's look at Capricorn. Capricorn, 7 of Cups showing up in reverse. Capricorns, I'm going to say I think you're really focused today on improving your own self-conception, your own self-confidence, your own self-worth, how you conceive yourself. Self-perception, not self-conception. Self-perception. So very focused on looking at your own self-perception and working on your self-confidence and self-esteem. Okay, so that's who? That's Capricorn. Next up, you may even be very focused on Capricorns on making other people, convincing other people to feel like, you're really this wonderful person in whatever way it is you would like them to perceive that. Okay, let's look at Aquarius. Aquarius. The Empress showing up in reverse. Having to do with strength. Okay. First of all, guys, the Empress in reverse, those of you who've been watching me a little bit, you know this. Empress in reverse. Empress is my my mistress manifester, I should say. She and the Magician are both incredibly good manifestors, but just in two completely different ways. So the Empress manifests in the way that involves spirit in that manifestation or involves the universe. She's the one that says to Sacred Spirit or to the universe, wouldn't it be nice if, and then just sits back while if happens. The problem with her being in reverse is that instead of manifesting what she wants, she's manifesting what she doesn't want because she's focusing on what she doesn't want. Instead of saying, wouldn't it be nice if, she's saying, oh my God, it would be so awful if, and then if is happening because she's manifesting it. Because we all manifest whether we know it or not. Are we manifesting what we want to manifest? That's the big question. And so here's the thing. Our Empress here, Aquarius, our Empress here, Aquarius, is manifesting the opposite of what she wants because her focus is not strong. With that Strength card in reverse, her focus is not strong on what she wants. Her focus is actually weak on what she wants. She's actually focusing on something that she doesn't want, as a matter of fact. So please focus on whatever it is you actually want. You've got the heads up. You've got this before the day really has gotten started. Focus on what you actually want to make that come in and make my cards a liar. Feel free. There are some things I would like my cards to be made into liars about. This is one of them. Manifest what you really want. Next up, Pisces. Pisces. Four of Swords showing up in reverse, Pisces. Four of Swords in reverse means your break is over. Whatever you have been taking a break from, that is done. Okay? And I think, Pisces, it's done because you're recognizing that taking a break has cost you. With the La Force showing up in reverse, I think you're feeling like whatever it is you've taken a break from, that thing, you have become weaker at doing that, less skilled at doing that. You're losing your edge. And so I think today, I think this is your decision. I think you're deciding, you know what, that's enough break time. Time to get back into practice, time to get back into work, time to get back into focusing on those things that I like to be good at. Okay? So that's what I've got for everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. Peace out.